Yeah, this would be strip. I want to show you a gun that I have a lot of history with. It's a Glenfield Marlin shotgun. Whoop. Just hit the wall with it. It's and it's in 20 gauge. So I've had this gun for a long time. It's kind of interesting, kind of unusual, fairly rare. I took some notes here. 8,723 of them were made between 1966 and 1973, although there were predecessors and subsequent models as well, but this is the Model 50, and a lot of these are made in 20 and 12 gauge. This one's a 20. My dad gave this to me in, must have been, 1975 or so. I really didn't have, I'd gotten out of the Marines, and of course I was used to having weapons around then, although they were locked away in the armory. But I felt like I needed something in the closet that I could, I could use for home defense and maybe go hunting with it. So he pulled this out and gave it to me. It's a bolt action, magazine fed, 2 in the mag, 1 in the chamber. What else is unusual about this? It's supposed to have a 25-inch barrel. It does, but the first 2 and first 3 inches of that's chamber, really. So it's got about a 22-inch barrel for real. After I got my master's degree in 1976, I moved to the great state of Minnesota and lived there for 3 years, taught school, and lived in a townhouse in the far eastern edge of St. Paul, which happened to be very close to where I worked. I could cross-country ski to work across a park in the wintertime. And I had a friend there, and he was a salesman. His name was Ron. And Ron was a great outdoors person. He backpacked like I did, but he loved to hunt, specifically birds and specifically grouse. So we would take off at about sundown. You could only do this in the fall. After work on Fridays, drive like hell in this guy's Bronco up to northern Minnesota, very close actually to the Boundary Waters canoe area. It's not a long haul in a car, but I don't know, it'd take us 5-6 hours to get up there. We'd get up in the woods in the flat northern Minnesota woods, and we would hunt grouse. And the way we would do it is we'd bed down in the back of this guy's Bronco, and he always had a big thermos of coffee and some sweet rolls, and we'd wake up before dawn, we'd drink that coffee and eat those sweet rolls and climb out with our shotguns and creep up the gravel roads until we could find a stand of aspen trees. If there was water, aspen trees, and gravel together, you could just about count on running into grouse. Ron had really good eyesight, but really crappy hearing. I don't have very good eyesight, but I have very keen hearing. And I could actually hear those grouse in the aspen stands. But mostly what we would do is we'd find flocks of them out very first thing in the morning at dawn, picking gravel on the gravel roads, and then we'd creep up on them and pretty much start shooting at them at the same time, see how many of we could knock down before they all went away. And you know, it was really hard to hit two with a bolt action shotgun, but I would get two every now and then. Would usually just get one. And Ron, he had a pump action 12, and he would knock down a few. Then we'd take them home, and we'd eat them. And grouse are pretty good. We did a few other kind of hunting things as well. A lot of times we'd only hunt the grouse the first thing in the morning, and then we'd go out and find an old cut down cornfield, and we'd hunt for pheasants as well. Used the same shotgun for the pheasants. Rarely got one, clipped a lot of tail feathers, had a tendency to shoot low. Always did have a tendency to shoot low, but it's not the shotgun, it's me. So I've killed rabbits with it, I've killed squirrels with it, I've tried to kill turkey with it, I've tried to kill deer with it. It was always my shotgun. My son disappeared it on me for about 15 years, because he actually went out and shot skeet with it. But it's basically, that's the story of this shotgun. It was built in 1970 probably, or 1971. I picked it up, I guess it was fairly new when I got it. I don't know where my dad got it. But that's the story of old Betsy here. I've been farting around with it since I got it back from Zach. I put on some sling hoo-hoos, and that's just got, you know, if it's good, it's got to have a sling on it as far as I'm concerned. Long gun. The original magazine still works really good in it. Real strong spring. I fully expect, I got a whole box of 7.5 bird shot, low brass bird shot. I just need to take it out some time and just go shoot up a couple of boxes of it and see how it patterns, how far I can shoot with it. I got no idea what kind of choke or anything's on it, but it's an interesting gun. Glenfield Mod 50-20 gauge, Marlin Firearms Company, North Haven, Connecticut, USA. My first gun as an adult, so I'm glad to have it back in my collection, and fixing it up, touching up the stock, and it was always kind of scuffed up a little bit, but looks a lot less scuffed up now that I take a brown magic marker to it. So thanks for listening. This is Old Strib. Buy my book, it's still out there somewhere. And hasta luego.